On this beautiful sunny day, we are putting wire all the way around the corral. As much wire as we have. This wire we received free last week when we were helping someone move. They said if you want the wire, you can have it. No brainer for a homesteader, right?
Is it turned on?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been out here working a lot today on getting this ready.
Well, I know these gates aren't going to hold water.
We've had a lot of people tell us that.
I have high hopes that they'll slow the goats' escape down at least. Every one of the gates has some kind of a gap at the bottom. This is probably the largest gap.
Okay.
This gate also has some space at the sides. I still have to fill in this space over here. What I'm doing though for these gates is I'm building a frame and I'm fastening the side pieces on here with this plumber's strap, screwing it into the board so it's a good solid hold. This board is screwed onto a board that comes across here. So it's fastened to both sides. We're going to hang chicken wire in front of this so they can't go through. But between all of this, we have strong suspicions that it's going to hold them tight. And I've done this with all 4 of the gates that we have.
Is this your last gate?
This is the last gate. So next step is to put the chicken wire on them and then deal with whatever kind of escaping starts happening. We know that it will.
We have this is actually 72-inch chicken wire that comes all the way down, and he's got boards all the way across the bottom tied in there, and I mean, you can hit them all you want, and they're, you know, I guess they can't really pick them up.
The way I've done it,
there's no way they can pick them up because they're all connected, aren't they?
Yeah, it'd take quite an effort to do it. They could chew and break and who knows, but
we use this wire because we got it for free. A lot of people said stucco wire. Trying to get my leg uncaught there. But this is what we had. It was free, and if for some reason it doesn't work, we'll just put on a different kind of wire.
When we had goats before, why is the camera pointing over there?
Oh, well. Sorry. We're talking to the air.
That's okay. When we had goats before, we had a 6-foot fence.
Oh, it was 6 foot.
Yeah, it was 6 foot.
With welded wire.
With welded wire. It was secure. The only time they got out, I suspect...
Oh, I wish I had a picture of that.
I suspect we didn't latch both. We had 2 latches, a high one and a low one on the gate. I suspect we failed to latch the gate. That's really got to be what happened. But the outcome was hilarious. We had a dog. It was...
Okay, wait. We had a Saanen, mama, and 2 babies.
Yes.
And a huge dog.
Yeah, our dog was it was a cross between Pyrenees and Border Collie. Thinking the daddy...
Don't think Border Collie was small, because this was a clear, put your hands up on his shoulder.
I'm thinking the daddy was a Border Collie and the mommy was a Pyrenees, because this doggy was, he weighed in over 100 pounds, I'm sure. He was a good-sized dog. Anyway, he loved all the animals, and he hung around the goat cage quite often. Anyway, I'd been working outside, and I went out there, went in to get something, came back out, and the dog was in the goat cage wanting out. And the goats were outside the goat cage wanting in. It
was I don't know why I didn't have gumption to grab a camera. It was the most hilarious picture, because neither one of them were trying to run away. They were both
curious.
Oh my goodness, what do we do now?
So, like I say, I don't know how they got in and then got the door latched again so they couldn't go back. Weird. So, when people tell me that they can escape, yeah, weird things can happen. I get it.
The dog
I don't
was in
question it.
cahoots. They're going, okay, if you just press that, then we can get out and you can get in. And he did.
Yeah, but they didn't know how to press it to change.
They didn't know how to get it out.
Anyway, we're doing what we can to make this as secure as possible. This is the first step. The next one is to make their livability situation better inside of their stable that they'll be in at night. So.
Yep, and that should be fine. I mean, yeah, we've still got gates to put up in there, don't we? Oh, man.
Yeah, gates.
Oh, feeder, all of that.
Feeder crib. A little bit of securing to do, but it's all easy work. Just gotta press forward.
Just work. So today I've been painting cabinets all day because tomorrow it's starting to get cold. It's still sunny, but colder. And then the next day it's going to get rainy and colder and snower and colder, and that's what's going to happen. So we're trying to take advantage of today's weather.
Right. But I've got the rest of today and off time on 3 more days to get all of this done, ready for the goats to be here. So I think I'm going to make it. So
remember, this is where we have the cement water trough that's thawed the whole time, and fresh water.
Won't
so
freeze.
That's so great. And then we have the heated bucket that we got for inside. So we really feel like
showing that heated bucket.
Nope, we haven't.
Rented it.
We'll show once we get it.
Yeah.
And then
I got to tell you, it pains me to pay the money for a heated water. They're not cheap, and I guess we could have figured out some way to make something.
I think we had pain for that long.
Yeah, but you know, to make it safe and cheap is kind of tough. We really wanted it to be safe for the animals and safe for the barn. We didn't want to cause any problems, and the problems that happen as a result of water freezing, it takes time, morning, midday, and evening when taking care of the animals, and it's just a pain to always have the water frozen. So I've been through it. Even while we've been here, we've had to deal with some iced water, and it's not part of the chore that I enjoy.
But you know what? I hear that from almost every single homesteader.
Yep. So for us, you know, like she said,
ice in the water,
the pain
mud.
was for a moment. We saw the price, and then into my mind flashed these images of huge cubes of ice filling these buckets, and hard to get them out, and you have to, and the buckets break, and it's just not where we want to go. So this is better.
We have something that we would like to say here. When we first talked about our goats, we talked about where we were getting them and why we were getting them. And we would like to unwind or retract and just let everyone know that every single one of us who run any kind of a farm, who run any kind of a homestead, who work with any animals, we all make mistakes. We all try our hardest.
And things happen.
And things happen no matter how much you work at it. So we just want to have love for every single person, and we have love for this person that we're getting these goats from, and know that they have tried their hardest too, just like you do, just like we do, just like everyone does. We've had losses, and everyone has losses.
That's the pressure coming to us to make certain that they're well taken care of and nothing happens. You know, wow, a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Because no matter, you know, we're doing everything we can to make certain that their corral is safe, that their stable is clean, and we're going to do all we can while they're here to make certain that they have clean, fresh water, they have the right food, their bedding is clean, that they have access to good forage in the pasture.
I'm working on some toys for in here.
So we're going to do our best, and we're going to watch to make certain that the parasite problem is prevented, and if it does raise its head, that we take the appropriate action to prevent it from getting to the point that it kills them.
You know, I think it's interesting that when we had our goats before, we didn't even know anything about parasites. And we had them in a stationary place.
Yeah, yeah.
Who knew?
We were lucky.
Who knew?
We were lucky.
Yeah.
But we did keep it relatively clean.
Oh, we did.
And I think
For
that's
sure.
what made the difference.
Yeah.
Just instinctively, we knew keep it clean. You don't just let the stuff build up and up and up.
And by no means are we saying anybody does. All I'm saying is every one of us is a wonderful person, and we all work really hard to keep our animals safe, to grow our food, to do the things that we want to do. Things happen.
Yeah, sometimes no matter what you do, something's going to happen. And other times, well, that's, you know, no matter what you do, things are going to happen. And then you'll see people who do everything wrong and have no problems.
It's like the person who smokes their entire life and lives to be 100.
So, you know, it's...
Luck be with you.
Yeah. There's just a lot of variables in there. But we're going to do our best to take care of these goats where we feel blessed to be gifted these goats.
So
and if everything
blessed.
works out with them carrying these babies and we end up with lots of babies, that really changes our world a lot.
We've been watching lots of babies be born from goats, lots of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I watched a quad today and they did them all on their own.
So having babies here, goat babies, kids, will be fun and wonderful. In addition to that, we're excited about that, but what it also means is what's that?
Step forward.
Step forward. Once they have their babies and we start having milk, then that puts us in a position that we are going to have the milk to use for ourselves, for making cheese, for making other products, and also for supplementing our animals with good protein.
I was talking to a friend the other day, and she found out we were having that many goats and that much milk, and I says, "You guys drink goat milk, don't you?" And she said, "Yes." And she goes, "And are you going to make goat soap? I'm going to bring over all my stuff, and we're going to make this." So it was fun. I think this is an exciting thing. It's so strange because we wanted cows and sheep, and we ended up with goats, and now I'm a little afraid of cows. I've been looking at cows all morning, and I finally found one I really, really want, but who has the money to get it? But it was hand-raised by a family, and it has a calf, and it's been milked, and it's super gentle. That's the kind of cow we want.
You know, I imagine what we're going to end up doing is finding a calf that is somehow...
Well, I found some for $50.
Yeah,
they're babies. You have to feed them.
Yeah,
so and I'm not ready to do that.
Well, but I'm saying it from the standpoint of imprinting
on us
and having that relationship. That is by far the better way to do it. Now, you don't know how big it's going to get, how healthy it's going to get, how good of a mother it would be, how good of a milker it would be. You don't know any of those things.
Well,
it's a gamble.
Mostly it might be a boy, and it'll be a beef cow.
Well, that's true, but what I'm saying is, if we can find a female that way, then we can, you know,
all right,
bring it from
You
ground
have
up.
something you need to say to all of our 12 Weeks to Heartiness subscribers.
I do, huh?
Yeah.
On Thursday the 10th at 3 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have a live Q&A with 12 Weeks to Heartiness.
That does not preempt the 5 o'clock that we have for everybody.
Yeah, just our normal live then. This is a Q&A about 12 Weeks to Heartiness, how to use it. There have been some questions, and the more I work with Teachable and the folks from there, I'm learning additional features about it. So instead of trying to onesie-twosie tell people about it, or when something comes up explaining it, we're going to have a Q&A session where we can go over that, but we also know there are going to be questions about Teachable, but about our content as well.
About the content, about the food.
Which is more important. I'm concerned about the mechanics because it's new to us and we're figuring it out.
But I'm concerned that you know how to eat.
Right. So Q&A, 3 p.m. Central Time, Thursday afternoon.
So there are 8 of you that are subscribed that did not get the email about it. And why did they not get the email about it?
Well, because they opted out. I think you have to opt in to receive emails.
In Teachable?
Yeah.
So if you have not receive the email. Whoa, falling over. We had an exercise on balance today.
Yeah, if you didn't receive an email from us about Teachable and about this live Q&A, then you need to go into your profile at Teachable and say that you want to receive emails from us. It prevents you from getting...
well, that's the only way they can get into this particular Teachable.
No, they can get into it.
No. It's the only way they are going to be able to participate in the live session.
Well, okay. If you don't get the email and you're wondering, well, how can I do this? If you look at the introductory section of the lessons and the very lecture
first one
that's there, it's got a video, the introductory video, and then just below that, if you go to view the video, just below that is another block.
He just added yesterday.
Just went on yesterday, and it talks. It is, if you click on it, it tells you when the live is going to be held, the live Q&A. And so it come time to watch the live Q&A, you'll be able to click on that and access the live Q&A
We'll see.
video.
We'll see. We're so good at it.
We have our fingers crossed. This is the first time through. Be patient with us. It looks like it's all going to work right. Everything's testing right. We'll see.
But then we'll have the regular live at 5.
Correct.
That we'll be talking about goats and cows and homesteading and having it when you're older. I tell you what, we've got the most incredible comments today about... I had one who said, I've been really concerned that we started our homestead too late and you guys are encouraging us. We hope so.
They were wanting to start it and just hadn't done it.
No, they have started it.
Oh.
That's what I understood.
Okay.
And they thought they'd started it too late. I'm like, no, it's hard work. But
young or old, it's hard work.
That's right. But it keeps you young, keeps you going.
Does keep you going, gives you great purpose.
And also somebody else out there who's been really discouraged about their home that they're renovating. We feel your pain.
Oh, do we ever?
And we're glad we're not. We commiserate with each other.
Fortunately, she's able to spend time on it while I'm doing things to get the goats ready. Otherwise, we'd be at a total standstill.
Yeah. So you're going to come in and mud this evening, probably.
Am I?
Yeah.
I kind of was hoping to finish this up.
In the night?
Oh, after dark?
After dark.
Instead of going to bed?
Yeah. You don't go to bed at 6 o'clock.
True.
Thanks everyone for joining us in our Get Ready for Goats Day.
If you're new to watching us and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, you can be notified when we put out new videos. It's great to have you here.
If you want to know what we do, look at yesterday's video.